Hey everybody, welcome to day 2 of our 21-day reset. I'm excited about today's lesson. It's short, but it's powerful. It's about guarding your mind. We're talking about growth. We're talking about awareness, building and designing our empowered life, or stepping into the promises, stepping into the purpose, stepping into that vision of what it is that you want to create for 2025. We're doing this study hand in hand with using what I anchor my life to is the Holy Bible, and do a study of really amazing, short, little, powerful book called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And this book, really takes us through that deeper thought process of what are our thoughts. Our thoughts are powerful things. Our thoughts are so powerful when we take a hold of them and we allow them to run into a vision, into a purpose, into a design, and into an intentionality. But our thoughts can either work for us or they can work against us. And it's really important for us to be very aware of what our thoughts are, if they're in line with that purpose and that vision of what it is or how we see 2025 to be. So I'm talking about 21-day reset, about being our mind, our body, and our spirit. And there's five main areas to our life that we want to look at that maybe, possibly you may be desiring to grow in 2025. It's a challenge to grow in all 5 areas in one year. It's important to consider the 5 aspects, but is there like a certain area of your life, these 5 components, whether it's your spiritual awareness or your relationship with God, you want to grow in that this year? And what is it that you can do to move into that, or to be intentional about your relationship with God? Or maybe you want to grow in your physical fitness, take better care of your body, or set a routine, or try a new workout, or go and sign up for a community activity. I don't know. Maybe it's your moving towards your financial freedom. Where are you going to be in 5 years, 10 years? What does it mean? What does it matter? What does it look like to be financially free? Or what can we do now moving forward to move in towards that financial freedom? What are the areas that you can grow at? Your primary relationships are important. Maybe there's a primary relationship in your life that you really want to pay attention to, that you really want to make some good positive steps into making that relationship, building that relationship to being a stronger, more closer, intimate relationship. Or your career choice, an intentional career that you got so excited about that you took courses, you put a lot of energy, you paid a lot of attention, invested a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of heart and mind into. Where's some areas that you can grow into? Maybe it's reaching out to a mentor, somebody that's doing the same kind of working in the same kind of industry as you, or building the same kind of business, or building a business and they're doing it really well, and maybe you want to reach out to them and to learn from that, or I don't know, take another course, or get another certification, go back to school, whatever that looks like for you. It's important for you to know what that looks like, or where can we start in our growth journey in 2025 in 1 or 2 of those areas. Today's lesson is about guarding your mind. So we have these thoughts, we have these ideas of where we want to grow, what we want to do to bring our life into promise, to live our best life. And these are wonderful things to have. It's so important. But our life is lived by intentionality and by design, because if we do not proceed towards intentionality, towards knowing what it is that we want, we're going to get distracted. We're going to move into all different directions and not truly get to where we want to be. In James Allen, in the study, in the very first chapter about thought and character, I really love this. What he says is that as the plant springs from and could not be without the seed, so every act of a man springs from the hidden seeds of thought and could not have appeared without them. Every seed, every act of a man, every act of myself springs from the hidden seeds of thought. Wow. Act is the blossom of thought, and joy and suffering are in its fruit. Act is the blossom of thought, and joy and sufferings are in its fruits. A man or a woman garner in the sweet and bitter fruitage of his own husbandry. So it's really important, because when we think about a seed, and I talk about this often with clients, is that, when we think about a seed, we think of a tiny apple seed. That little tiny apple seed, before it's even planted in the ground, contains everything it needs to sprout out from the ground, to grow into a tree, to grow branches and blossoms, and eventually produce its apples, its fruit that we're able to pick and to enjoy. That little tiny seed, amazing, right? That little tiny seed has everything. The design of that seed has everything that it is. And that seed, that apple seed, it can't produce oranges, can it? It can't produce bananas. It can only produce apples. Everything in that seed only produces apples, what it was designed to do. And we are much like that as well. Everything within us has already predestined. It's like it's there. It's a part of who we are, right? And we have a design. We have a purpose. We have everything we need to fulfill that purpose, I believe. Because God says, I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not fail, a plan of hope. So everything that we have inside of us, it hasn't been given to us for us to just fall apart and fail. No, we have everything within us to succeed. But often we look at the outward circumstances. We have a look at outside what's happening in the world, politically, financially, relationally, physically, spiritually. We look at all these outward experiences, these outward acts, the outward results of what our lives have possibly been up to this point, and we think, how could I possibly start that new venture? How could I possibly travel across the world? How could I possibly? Because we're really making our decisions based upon what we know or what we see, what we feel, what we hear, and then immediately we get discouraged, let down, and we fall back. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. When we know that act is the blossom of thought, and joy and suffering are in its fruits. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. We are responsible for our thoughts if we desire growth. And I believe that you're a part of this program because you want to grow. I know that I do, and that's why I do this study and this reset every single year to get aligned with that purpose and that vision that I believe that's been in me for a very long time. And I've had to unpeel the layers of my thinking, of my insecurity, possibly from failures or experiences or things that people have said or done or haven't done, or I haven't, stuck to my commitments and done for myself, that I have to peel back those layers and silence those thoughts in order for me to step into the new. When we step into the new, there's always going to be those thoughts of fear or failure. But the truth and the fact of the matter is that there always is failure with the new. There's always failure with starting something, because you never know how to do it. And the first time you do anything new, there's failure. I think about a baby, my children, when they first started walking, there's lots of falling down and getting back up, isn't there? Or when you're riding a bike, first somebody's coming alongside of you and they're cheering you on, and they're giving you step by step. They're teaching you the principles of balance and speed and keeping your focus. And Many times you're falling down and getting yourself up when that person has let go, but there's a process, there's principles to that. It's the same thing with us building our lives, growing our intentionality, being consistent, having confidence, and that there's principles and there's a process. So today's process is guarding your mind. We're trying new things. We're growing in new areas of our life. We want this fulfillment. Our God gives us a potential, and our gift back to God is fulfilling that potential. It takes courage, friends, but we need to guard our mind where we're weak. And in Philippians 4:8, it says, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, think about such things. In yesterday's lesson, I talked about bringing forward memories of when you felt love, when you felt successful, when you felt fit. Like, bring back those times. When there's a time when you just felt so loved. And these are truths about your life. These are experiences about your life. But so often we focus on the negative. We focus on the things that don't serve us and give us the courage to step out, because we haven't built that confidence. We haven't built that consistency. So those negative vibrations can have a stronger power. They can have a stronger force on us if we don't change our thinking. So how do you guard your mind? Whatever is true, whatever is normal. You have success stories. You have wins in your life. You have experiences that are beautiful, that are wonderful, that are sweet. That, in the painful and most trying times, I know there was times in our lives, my husband and I, lives where it was challenging. And we know what it means to have little and to nothing and to be at war with each other or whatever it may be. We know what that is like, but we know those areas of our life that were so challenging, that were so difficult, has made us what we are today. We were made for war. We were made to fight. We were made to battle. Everything that you have within you, you were made to pursue, to persevere, to build in confidence, to build in noble character. And he goes on to talk about that noble character. He says, man is made or unmade by himself in the armory of thought. He forges the weapons by which he destroys himself. He also fashions the tools which he builds for himself, heavenly mansions of joy, strength, and peace. By the right choice and true application of thought, man ascends to the divine perfection. By the abuse and wrong application of thought, he descends below the level of the beast. Between these two extremes are all the grades of character, and man is the maker and master. So in the Bible, it instructs us, if we want to have that godlike character, we want to have those godlike thoughts, those noble thoughts, the long association of our godlike thoughts needs to be in line with God himself, with his word. And God and his universe is always working for your good. And he says, so think on those things, friends. Think on those things that are good. Those experiences, those battles. You were made for war. You were made for battle. You were made for perseverance. And those things are bringing you to exactly where you are today. So just as you battled, just as you triumphed, just as you came through the other end and different things, this newness of your life, the things that you're stepping into, the things that you're exploring, the things that you're going after, you were made for. You were made for more. And you're listening to this because you know that there's more in you. But you have to pull that perseverance. You have to pull out that confidence that you've experienced before and step into it and guard your thoughts with what you know to be true. I haven't come this far just to come this far. So I'm going to leave you with this. Write down. Think of a negative thought that comes to mind when you step into that new. And how can you turn it into a positive affirmation? I want you to identify a negative thought and replace it with that positive affirmation. Whatever is true, whatever is noble. I may not know how to do it now. I honestly don't know how I'm going to take the next steps in the new adventure that I'm doing. I've been holding this picture and this vision for years, and I've held myself back because I don't know the how. Well, I don't know the how, but I didn't know When I first started real estate, I didn't know how to do real estate. Yet what I've produced, what I've been able to experience over 19 years has been amazing. I've been able to travel. I've been able to serve incredible clients. I've been able, to move through so many challenging transactions. Things came to me as they came to me, and I grew, and I continue to grow from aspiring to be, surrounding myself with right people. So when I step into the new ventures, I know that things are possible because I know from past experience who I need to bring around, the environment that I need to live in, how to invest in myself for certifications and training, how to build a financial freedom. I need to, pursue knowledge and wisdom when it comes to growing my money, whatever that may be. So this is how you don't know how to do what you're doing, but you have everything in you to be able to step into and surround yourself with what it is that you want to go. But you have to guard that mind. That mind can be conniving, and you have to protect it. Your dream needs all of you, friends. My dream needs all of me. And so I was on a call last night with my good friend, my Hawaii sister. Hey, Hawaii sister, my friend Layla. And we've been walking this journey for a couple of years together. We are part of the same empowerment mentorship training group. And so we've watched each other in our struggles and our challenges and our limited beliefs. We've done trainings together. We did our NLP training together. And so we know each other's limitations. We've seen where we struggle, and we're going through this together. And last night, oh my goodness, she was sharing with me how she's launching this huge program, this massive program, as she's training people. She's got a team of 8 teachers. She's a non-for-profit organization, and she's got teachers, and they're running programs, and they're recording, and she's sharing she's living in this big vision, but it's real. 2 years ago, it was really nothing. She goes, I had no idea how to even go there, but she did. So this is the way it all works for us, is we don't know. When we start out something, we don't know how to do it, but invest. Go out in courage. Guard that mind of yours, and let's go after it. We'll see you on day 3 tomorrow, friends. Have a great night.